Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Xtrillions. You are listening to the Consigliere of Xtrillions, and today I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to you. I feel compelled to share this to you guys, and what I'm about to say, it might offend you. To others, you might start to take it and think about it. Then others, they won't do nothing. They won't take it. They won't feel offended. They'll just be in the middle. So here's the thing. Market makers, they exist. I'm sure right now you've heard Leo keep talking about this over and over. They exist. But now, when you go deep into the mind of these guys, you need to come up with questions like why? Why do they exist? The truth of the matter is that they exist because you exist. They exist because of your stupidity. They exist because of your impulse to do things right now without thinking. That's why these guys exist. That's what this world runs on. It runs because a lot of morons, they keep pumping the money into this world. That's why it runs so efficiently. You understand? What the hell am I talking about? Okay, let's look at this. How many of you are trading the same way? Let's be honest. Let's just for a second, let's cut the chart stuff. Let's cut the music. Let us talk. Let's talk man to man. Let's talk. Why are you losing? Because we know that 99% now of traders, they lose. But no one asks why. Why is it that the market can be this big, but over 90% of people lose? Why? No one wants to ask that question. People lose because they don't think. That's the truth. You don't think. You do not allow your mind to think deeper than you already do. Because your mind, after your mind, there's this ego thing. This ego is the barrier to what you actually need to absorb. So when you hear someone says you are a moron, immediately that wall, that ego wall just becomes thicker and it doesn't allow another type of knowledge to break into the wall. You understand? You don't think. You instead, you want to be verified by others that your method works. That's why you are trading it. And the reason why you guys do this is because you do not want to be alone in your thoughts. You do not want to sit in the dark and actually think. Since I'm in this business of Forex or stock market, what can I do that will allow me to make money, to really honestly make money? What is it that I need to do? I don't think any of you who are listening to this have actually sat down and actually thought by themselves, why am I not turning green? Why am I always negative? Why? What the hell is going on? Is it because I can't trade? No, it's because you can't think. I do not want you guys to be angry. I just want to introduce another perspective. Don't you think that people who run this world, people who run the stock market, people who run the foreign exchange market, do you think these people are actually dumb enough to dress up in their expensive suit, drive their Lamborghinis to work, to just give you money? Of course not. They are not that dumb. They are here to make money from you, from us, not to give us money. And they have cracked the code of the brain. So the way they have cracked the brain is that they need to make sure that you guys, you do the same thing in bulk, in masses. You do the same thing. That's why there's news 24/7 that talks about people being indicted, people about to go to jail, all those type of things, the frauds, all those stuff. That is why those things exist. Trump is about to speak, Yellen, all that stuff that doesn't make sense, that is not even part of the market. You guys, you fall victim to these type of things. And some of you, you get little bit of profits here and there, and you think, oh, I got this, it's easy, I got this. You follow the news, you follow what everyone else follows. That's why your ass gets killed. Now, here's another thing you've never even thought of. You guys, you don't treat trading like family. You think GBP USD, the mom, the Queen of London, you think that GBP USD, it is the same as Euro JPY? You think Euro JPY is the same as gold? You think gold is the same as platinum, or you think platinum is the same as Euro USD? You guys think the pairs, they always behave the same way. This is where you guys get killed the most, because you want what you can trade and you want to put a pattern that keeps on working on Euro USD, for example, but because you don't know how to think, or you don't think deeply, you never start to think, you know what, since Euro USD, this pattern happens often, let me study Euro USD only. Let me study that. Let me study how Euro USD moves. Let me study its behavior. Let me study its times of movements. Let me see if I can make this a repetition with one pair. But no. Oh, no, 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 no. Not you. You want to trade every pair because you feel you want to trade every day to make money, to make ends meet, which I understand. But in this business, dealers don't give a hell who you are. They don't give a rat's ass. So they want to make sure that you feel this urge to trade. And that's what they rely on. They rely on that urge for you to keep on trading. You do not master your craft. You don't have the skills. And the only way for you to acquire the skills is to not just join Xtrillions. The reason why you don't have the skills is because you don't even give yourself time to think about what you are actually doing. You do not study one pair or two pairs. You want to study everything. That's why you are failing. You are failing simply because of that. You don't give yourself time. You do not think. You watch the news, you get into these groups, And by the way, guys, I'm not trying to offend anyone. But in this business, if you are weak, you will feel offended. And it's not the market maker's fault that you are struggling, it's your own fault. Because the market makers, they make sure that they have a book on their specific rules that go against you. But you do not have a book, do you? You do not have criterias, you do not have rules, you don't have anything really. What you have is you have your television and you have a bunch of groups and a bunch of people all saying a bunch of different things. So your mind gets too much information, even though that information can be useful, but because it's too much in the brain, it doesn't allow you to process it the way you need to. Do you understand what I'm saying? When we say come join Xtrillions, we are not saying come to this group so that you can make money. No, 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 no. That's not us. Come to the group to learn the business. Learn how these guys think. We study a few pairs. We study a few pairs and we go in depth. When you go to our website, the very first trades, you will see that we slowly shifted from the currency pairs to the exotics. We used to trade GBP SEC a lot because it used to play out. So we did not feel the urge to keep on changing and trade a lot of things. We stuck with SEC until its pattern started to decrease and we slowly moved to other pairs. But we learned that pair. We know how it moves because we have spent so much time understanding, trying to figure out why this guy keeps making big bursts that go 1,000 pips without us on board. You understand? Why this guy is going 2,000 pips all of a sudden? Like, what's going on? Until you get deep and you start to break down the pair and go to the past history to see how it behaves. It behaves like this because people are stupid. In the group, I say stupid and moron a lot. It's to not insult you, is to show you the other side, that these guys, they actually call us morons. Because the behavior of us is so obvious to them that they need to call us stupid. You understand? You doing the same things. They can see us, man. They can see in us what we are doing. That's why they can make the type of money that they do. Our hard work is being killed because we are just fucking stupid. Metatrader 4 and Metatrader 5, they have the EMAs. They have the indicators that are built in, the MACDs, all that stuff, right? Why do you think those things are built in? They are not for you. They were not there to help you. Fuck you. Who are you? They are here to help them. Because if they can sell you those indicators that they work, how many of you are gonna jump, and how many of you right now are trading that same indicator that you found on that very website or on that software? You found it there. So now that you found it there, you saw that it made you a little bit of money. But as time went by, you started to see that this thing is taking huge chunks than it gave. And it takes huge chunks consistently. And you don't understand what's going on. Because number one, it was not for you. It was for you to be hooked. It was that it was that entry cheese, that entry cheese that made you feel like, oh, I need to get a bite of that. And then once you made your first bite and your second or third or fourth or fifth bite, you started to ignore the risks and the warnings that came with the good stuff of making that little bit of money that time. So they slowly shifted, and they placed an aggregate or a bounty on your head without you knowing. Then when you started to lose guard, that's where they fucking made their strike. And you got killed. And ever since you've been trading, you don't know why you cannot make the type of money that you used to make in the beginning. Instead, your account is going down. You understand? That's the reason why you are losing. The EMAs, they show when these guys are against us. So when we look at the EMAs, we can clearly see where the retail traders are. That's why the retail traders are taught that the EMAs, once the EMAs cross, let's say the 200 crosses the 800, or the 800 crosses the 50, or whatever it is, once people see those type of crosses, that's where they make their positions, most of them. When the MACDs crosses like this is the right time to enter, right? Now imagine if you were the market maker who did the same thing. Let's make a software that when it crosses, we know people are gonna enter that. And they know it because they are the ones who created the thing in the first place. So they know that once they cross the MACDs and they cross the EMAs, you're gonna feel this thing like, this is the perfect time for me to enter, and then you're gonna place your position. And once you place your position in the market, you can't take it back. They own you now. You believed them with their indicator, and now you are paying for it. That's why you are losing. It's because you cannot think. We still go back to this thing of thinking. You need to think. Pairs do not move the same. They don't have the same characteristics. The pairs, they have their own name. They have their own identity. They have their own characteristics. If you can understand that base, if you can just think, if you can think what these guys are actually doing to all of us, you will start to turn and start to think of trading not just as a vehicle to make money, but as a vehicle to see the world and to dive into the minds of many. just by looking at the markets. I hope what I said, it resonates with you. If it doesn't, it's okay. Please leave a comment or a like or a dislike. Tell us what you think about tell me what you think about what I said. And again, I was not trying to offend anyone. I'm bringing on the table a new perspective. If you would like to hear more about this type of content, please do not hesitate to contact us or to leave a comment, man. I'm not accustomed to doing these long things. This is my first, maybe it will be my last, we don't know. But if you like this thing, comment below. This is Lash, and I'm out.